Alright, so we're going to do a quick component ID on the D124. So looking at it, we've stripped all the covers off. As you can see, right in here is our main platen drive. You have your registration roller as seen right here. This is the carriage drive rail seen here. Your carriage drive motor is here with the carriage drive belt, which will move that cartridge back and forth. This is the carriage encoder strip. It's hard to tell, but this is a very fine lined strip that reads main scan positioning of the actual print head itself. You have your left sub pump unit here for purging ink on the left side of the actual unit. Here is your cutter. It's a rotational cutter. Slices the paper. It is run off the cutter motor, seen right here. Okay. Registration drive motor. Registration encoder for paper feed. So it's going to handle sub-scan drive of the actual paper itself. You have your registration timing sensor seen here. Your counter. The main switch for the machine seen here. Alright, if we kind of wheel back to the front. Paper exit guide right here. Your roll units sit here. As you can see, we actually have two. I have the main roll unit out, but it comes with this main roll unit. We have the secondary roll unit as well. So paper is going to feed up through this guide and then come across that platen right there. Over here on the right hand side is our ink cartridge units. Down inside is the ink cartridge detect board. That matches up with the actual RFID chips that you will find on the actual cartridges themselves. So this is going to read ink cartridge levels and colors that you'll find, very much like you would find on a production color type machine. Your ink pumps, seen here. Ink pumps drive through the ink tubing. There is your print head right there, found inside the actual print cartridge or print carriage unit itself. Down inside is the maintenance, the cartridge maintenance unit. These are the caps that will cover and also purge ink to make sure that your cartridges are good and clean. Your print heads can actually lay ink down on the paper very well. You have a few home positioning sensors for the cartridges, as well as an ink detect board. And not seen, but there's a real cool sensor in here called the dress sensor, a direct realization edge and scanning sensor. So this is actually going to set up ink registrations and timings for the actual print cartridge itself. Maintenance unit drive seen here. The actual cartridge maintenance unit is this unit here. Up inside we have another connector. As you can see, it's part of the purge, ink purge for the right side of the unit. If we slide around to the back, we're going to find basically the main electrical and board configurations. So here's our controller. In this particular unit, we have the file format converter seen here. Of course, your RAM chips, We'll use a serial ATA. This one happens to be a 320 gig drive. Although we only read 160 of it, it is a 320 gig drive. This is the secondary roll unit board right here. So this is a board we added with the second roll unit for this particular machine. This is the main control unit, MCU. You can think of it as a hybrid BCU IOB board. The board back behind it, that's the image processing unit. So this is the IPU on this particular machine. And then we have our main power supply seen here for the particular printer that we're dealing with, the D124.